Welcome everyone to 2D Sportsbar. This is episode 2, and I'm joined by my fellow Dylan, and I'm Dylan as well. So we're going to go start off with the Women's World Cup, which happened on Sunday, 11 a.m. Unfortunately, England didn't get the win, beating 1-0 by Spain. Did you watch the game, Dils?
Yeah, I did. I watched it. It was kind of like back to how we played against Nigeria, where it sort of looked like we were running out of ideas. Spain's defence was pretty good, to be honest. It was that one mistake from Lucy Bronze, like trying to run in midfield. That Spain's captain capitalised on it. Olga Carmona.
Yeah, definitely. I thought at the start of the game we didn't really. I don't know. Alessia Russo was like sort of only up front, but was sitting really deep. They were had most of the ball, and yeah, Lucy Bronze coming up from right back, pushing forward and exposed that space, and they sort of got the ball off her and capitalised on that space on their left hand side and got the goal in
Yeah,
that corner.
yeah, exactly. And it was a great finish there, like just behind the post. It's like almost impossible to save.
Yeah, Justin. What did you think? Do you think Lucy Bronze, from when I was watching her, do you think that she should be playing right back, or should she be moving further up the field? I mean, I don't watch Lucy Bronze week in, week out, but I don't know. She seems like a really good player on the ball for England, one of our best ball players. So I think maybe she should be playing higher up the field. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that she's probably one of our best players on the ball. So wouldn't you want someone like that sort of in the midfield to control it? Maybe defensive midfielder and then put someone else right back, but I don't really know who would replace her, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Trent conundrum, isn't it, at Liverpool, where
Yeah, yeah, it is.
he's so good on the ball, generates so much going forward. Not the best defensively, but obviously there's talk of him moving into centre mid, so it's kind of the same sort of issue.
Yeah, that's true. And unfortunately, I thought that was Lucy Bronze's worst performance that I saw, because I watched the Nigeria game, Colombia game, and this one. And this one she was pretty poor in that one.
Yeah, and obviously at half time, she done the changes, didn't she? Alessia Russo came off, our sole striker, put on
Yeah,
Chloe Kelly and Lauren James, each wing. And they did well. Chloe Kelly done well on the right hand side, putting in loads of crosses, but I don't know, we were just missing that striker that she took off, maybe. That
yeah,
clear
agreed.
instinct of Russo, so
Yeah, the amount of crosses that went into a good position, but there was just no one in that sort of off the last defender in that area to just attack when the balls came in. And then when we did bring the striker on, like a focal point, there was no crosses going in. So I don't really know what England's plan was. It kind of, the sort of back end of the game, the last 10 minutes, it just felt like it was hit and hope with long balls. Not really much of a game plan.
yeah, put Millie Bright up top, didn't they?
Yeah, put Millie Bright in England up top.
Oh yeah, her name's England, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
The perfect surname to play for England.
Yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate as well, like considering how well Mary Earps did saving the penalty, like keeping us in the game.
Yeah, great save, great performance from Mary Earps.
She was our best player by a long way in that game.
She's probably our best player in the whole tournament, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
I
She was
mean,
unbelievable.
I suppose it's not really a good thing, but we didn't really play well the entire tournament. I don't feel like amazing stuff. Maybe the semi final against Australia, we played some good stuff, but it wasn't really consistently over all the games in the World Cup. We just got the
Yeah,
result, which is, I guess, quite a good thing. But obviously, we fell short. Maybe the injuries and stuff that we had coming into the tournament, Fran Kirby not playing, maybe that affected us.
yeah, I think so. But saying that, no matter even when we got the red card, we were thinking who's going to replace Lauren James and
Which one?
Ella Toon.
Oh, Elton, yeah.
Ella Toon, yeah, she came in like filled in like Lauren James' shoes really well. Like, everyone who got a chance did well, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that. I guess the final was just a bit too far, a step too far.
I heard about Spain as well. I'm not sure if you know about their women's team. They had 15 players that sort of refused to play after the Euros in protest of. I'm not sure the meaning of the protest, but they were protesting something for the Spanish Federation, and 3 of them are in that World Cup squad that won. So it's essentially a brand new squad of players coming into the tournament.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is crazy.
So yeah, I mean there was a bit of dark arts at play. Maybe the England women's team, not sure, they sort of dove into that sort of dark arts of play, time wasting, diving around. But yeah, Spain got the win in the end.
Yeah, they did. I did think the ref was poor, to be honest. Like, some of the decisions that she made. That, for example, when the Spanish striker kicked the ball out of play, it was already booked. Kicking the ball out of play is just a yellow card, isn't it? So should have got a second yellow.
Yeah, was that first half or was that early in the second half?
I think it was late in the second half, like
Oh, was it late?
80th minute, something like that, round about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't think she was that good, to be honest.
No, I think she also did the semi-final as well for us. So I don't get why you're having the referee do a semi-final game and then the final.
Yeah, that is strange. Yeah.
Did you actually think it was a penalty as well? The handball.
At first glance, I didn't, because I didn't really see it, and then when you put it in slow mo, it looks worse than it actually is. I mean, in slow mo, it looks like she's sort of moving her arm towards the ball, but she's not just moving her arms; like her whole body's going towards the ball, and her arms just like on. I wouldn't even say it's an unnatural position. It's just out, like
Yeah.
trying to get momentum to go that way. But yeah, like, I was one of those where I had a feeling it was going to be given, but didn't want it to be given. But either way, I could see the ref's decision on that one. That's just up to the ref, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
I think
thought, considering World Cup final and it's 50-50 chance you're taking that long to look at it, surely you should just give it no penalty.
maybe like inconclusive. I think there was a bit of movement towards the ball, which probably didn't go in her favour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spain win 1-0, win the World Cup. Fair play to them.
Yeah, fair play to them. Like I said, a brand new young team. They did really well.
Yeah, so Premier League second week of fixtures kicked off on Friday with Nottingham Forest winning 2-1 against Sheffield United. Did you watch that one?
No, I didn't watch that one, but I was kind of happy that Forest won that, to be honest. I hope it's not another team that has second season syndrome and just get relegated.
Yeah.
They're looking pretty good as well, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
Wonyi.
yeah,
6 in a row. I think he's scored now.
unbelievable.
He's eyeing that record, Jamie Vardy, but watch out.
Yeah.
5 games to get it, but it'd be
Yeah.
a monumental task. But yeah, 6 in a row for a Wonyi. Doing well. There's a last minute winner as well.
Yeah, last minute header, Chris Wood.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. I'm pretty happy for them, to be honest.
Yeah. I like Steve Cooper. I hope he does well.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, Fulham v Brentford. Brentford 3-0. Good result for them. Thomas Frank doing what he does. Great manager.
It also looks like Brentford have kind of answered the question: would the life without Tony be hard?
Yeah.
Looks like it's easier. Score.
Yeah, it's like, do you remember when Tottenham were going for the Champions League and Kane
Yeah.
was injured? And they were actually playing in a way where they didn't have a focal point. and actually help better for them. Maybe that's the same what's happening at Brentford.
Yeah, it's kind of freeing up the space for other players to sort of run in and more of like a fluid front line rather than people sticking in their positions and getting man marked.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
definitely.
it's good. It was really good from them, to be honest.
Then your team, Liverpool, 3-1 against Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's a thing I wanted to bring up as well, considering all the sort of changing in referee style and standard. So do you think they're being a bit too harsh with bookings? I think it's almost sending off every other game.
Yeah, I think they're trying to lay down the law like early on in this season. That McAllister red wasn't a red, in my opinion. He's gone for the ball. He's just missed it. It's nothing really. I mean, the guy was up in seconds. There's nothing. I think just refs should just use common knowledge as well. Sometimes they just don't do it. Like going back to that Community Shield match when Alvarez, he literally just kicked the ball out of play and he got booked for it. It's just like, come on, he's not looking to time waste here. Just use your common sense. It just seems that they never do. Referees are just countless year on year, never using their common sense.
It is true, yeah, because it's kind of like I do feel a bit sorry for refs because it's like if they use their common sense, then some fans will be like, "Oh, it's the letter of the law; it should be yellow." And then if they follow the letter of the law, other fans would be like you said, use common sense. How is that a red card? How's that a booking? It's like almost a lose-lose for the refs. But
It's like the Tomiyasu red card. We're coming to Arsenal in a minute.
yeah,
That 15 seconds, I think it was Havertz took to take the throw it to Tomiyasu, who literally took the throw as he blew.
yeah,
And he got booked for it and then got booked again, which is another soft challenge. Nothing really. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, by the way. If anyone's listening. Yeah.
yeah. I didn't understand that, to be honest. I was like, Havertz does most of the time wasting. Tomiyasu is throwing the ball as the ref's blowing his whistle, gets booked. Surely Havertz should get booked for that, for wasting like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Then,
just doesn't make sense.
yeah, then again, soft challenge. Like what's going on with the refs? To be honest, like
Because last season they wanted more physicality, which we are getting in
yeah,
reason. So it's, and also they don't. So I've heard like players come through and say they've told them what they're doing at the start of the season, and that's it. They just have to deal with it. There's not a formal process where they go to the players, say this is what we're going to do. What do you think about it? Go away again, come back with a moral solution with the players as well. It's just, yeah, well, this is what we're doing. End of. I don't think that's right, really.
nah, I don't think so. Because I think it either should be maybe a meeting with all the team captains, club captains, or club managers on what improvements of what I guess the style of football. I get each club actually maybe that not might not be a good idea because each club will probably want to play their own way. Or maybe just some former players should be on that board and they should get a say in some former Premier League players that should get a say in, oh, this is the way we want the Premier League style of refereeing to be. So either more physicality or less time wasting. I'm all for that, by the way, when you time waste getting booked for that,
Yeah.
because it's just a ridiculous amount of time is wasted and not enough of it is added back on.
Yeah, I think time waste and diving is the ones that the pet peeves for me.
Yeah,
I
and
think,
when a player says, "Oh, you're not going to book him for that," and like do that booking gesture with their
yeah,
hand, they should get booked for doing that.
yeah, definitely. I think VAR should come in as well for diving. If there's a foul or not a foul, and someone's clearly dived and you're viewing it on the screen, you should say to the ref, "Come on, he's dived there. That's not right. Book him." Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
I hate when they come in and say like, "Oh, VAR can't get involved in this because it's yellow," or VAR can't go and get involved in this for a certain situation. That's not right. Like, the referee should probably ask VAR when he needs assistance.
Yeah. I feel like, or if VAR, if the ref makes a decision, I know it's as clear and obvious, but like some of the, like, I guess it just needs to be a decision of when VAR needs to be involved. Does it have to be every yellow card, every challenge, or clear and obvious? But then what does, I guess clear and obvious is still subjective.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not. It's just so. It's such a grey area, isn't it? VAR.
Yeah, because even like the clear and obvious one, going back to the McAllister challenge, you ask most football fans, they would say that's not a red card. But that's clear and obvious in almost everyone's eyes, apart from probably the few fans who hate Liverpool. But that, yeah, that didn't even go to VAR, and it just carried on with red card. So all Liverpool have to do now is just um, ask for the card to be rescinded.
Did McAllister play in that deeper role again this game?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you got the win anyway, 3-1, and
Yeah,
it's been rescinded, so he's back next game.
yeah, which again, that just proves, isn't that a clear and obvious error that the ref did if it's been rescinded after the game? So
Yeah,
shouldn't the VAR stepped in and be like, that's not a red, I downgrade it to a yellow. But
exactly.
don't know what the rules are with VAR. It's just all up in the air, really. Just whenever they fancy, just have a look.
Or like they got every goal they have to look at. Yeah, I just don't think they know 100% when to get involved and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, we move on to Wolves against Brighton. Brighton 4-1.
Yeah, they look like they're not missing any of the players that are left. They look like it's picked up from last season.
Never do they? Great.
Nah, never.
They got a great strategy of buying players and things like that there. Similar to Brentford.
Yeah,
Where like if a player leaves, they've scouted a new player to potentially be even better than the last.
exactly, yeah. Which is what's more impressive about the clubs like Brighton, Brentford, who've got a limited budget and they're finding ways to generate money for their club by signing these players. Like probably investing heavily in their scouting system, scouting these amazing players, and the bigger clubs with the money just buying them for a ridiculous amount of money. And like Brighton must be making so much money just from players alone.
Yeah. Where do you think Brighton will finish? Do you think they'll get in the top four or European places?
Are they in Europe this year? Can't remember if they missed out.
Yes. Yeah, they're in Europa League, I believe.
I think they'll probably miss out. I don't think they've got the squad depth with all those players leaving. But I mean, we've probably said that every season where a player goes, "How Brighton going to replace him?" Then they replace him, still do well. So yeah, my thinking is maybe that a game every 2 games every week might be too much for them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see when the European fixtures come in midweek.
Yeah,
How they get on.
yeah, exactly. Because even Villa have got the midweek games who did really well last season. Newcastle, Champions League. So it'd be interesting to see how these teams who haven't really had that midweek fixture consistently they face, how
I
they deal
can't.
with that as challenge.
I'm not even a Newcastle fan, but I can't wait to watch St James's Park on the Champions League night.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
That'd be good.
I hope they get a big team in their group, like a Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or Barcelona, like one of the big teams.
Yeah,
That'd be so good.
that'd be great. It's like I remember in 2002 or 2003, the last time they were in Champions League, they won 1-0 or they beat Juventus at home, and like the atmosphere was just crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that is St James's Park is going to be rocking. Probably hear it from London.
Probably. And then yeah, another game on the Sunday. So Tottenham Hotspur beating Man United 2-0.
Yeah. Do you want to take this one?
I mean, it's just classic. It just seems classic trend of United not starting well in the season. Players not really. Although first half, I don't know if you watched the game. 2 headers that we had, clear as day, should be hitting the target at least. I mean, that's even kind saying at least. That should be scoring. Yeah, we Rashford and Bruno. Bruno done a ridiculous Rabona assist, or should have been an assist for Rashford's header. However, he missed. Rashford just cannot play striker because he doesn't finish.
It's the thing is with Rashford, his finishing can either be unbelievable, like it will go top corner, bottom corner, or like curl around the keeper, but then other times it is bad. Like there's just no consistency there.
No, he's so hot and cold. It's ridiculous. So like he had the spell last season where after the World Cup he came back on fire, scoring every game,
Yeah,
and at the end of the season he sort of went a bit cold again. He can't be the striker for United because he's not that consistent goal scoring. I mean, I'd happily let him prove me wrong, but yeah, I just don't see it. But Spurs done well. I do like their manager. He just I don't know, every time he comes across in press conferences, he just I don't know, he just brings that aura about him, but he knows what he's doing. He's got a plan. He just comes across pretty well in press conferences and stuff like that.
yeah. I haven't really seen much of Tottenham this season, to be honest. I just saw the 2-2, just saw the highlights of the 2-2 game, and then the highlights of this game, and yeah, like, and annoyingly, like Tottenham have found themselves, looks like they found themselves a good manager,
Yeah.
but with the history of Tottenham just being Tottenham, like can he get a Champions League place or potentially challenge for the title?
I don't think this season, but you never know who they bring in if he gets back in, which is a struggle for Tottenham
Yeah,
with Daniel Levy. He could, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not.
it'll be interesting as well because like you said, when Harry Kane was injured, when Tottenham won the Champions League run, they played a lot better without him.
Yeah.
So this
I don't,
might be a blessing in disguise for Tottenham.
yeah, I don't see him going for the title anytime soon. But they may go for like a good cup run or something.
Do you think they'll get Champions League spots?
I mean, if the other teams are not performing the way they should be, anyone could sneak in. Brighton could sneak in. Spurs. I know
Yeah,
Spurs have been their top 4 in the last 10 years quite regularly, but yeah,
yeah, it is one of those where,
I think it's pretty open, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It is.
Also, I think it's top 5. I don't know if I'm correct, but it's top 5 now because obviously the Champions League is changing. So 5 teams from England are going to be in the Champions League next
Top
season.
5. Okay. Wow. So,
Might be wrong, but yeah.
so would that mean then 6, 7 go into Europa, and so top 8 would be European places? Because it'd be 6, 7 going into Europa, and then 8 going into the Europa Conference.
Yeah, that's if so I think if you win a Carling Cup, I'll keep calling it the Carling Cup. What's it called now? Carabao Cup
Carabao Cup.
or League Cup? Yeah, that if you win that, you get into Europa League.
Ah,
So
so that's the third. So it'd be 6, 7, and then cup winner.
yeah, but because
Those are the three
obviously
teams.
most of the top teams win the Carabao Cup, it just goes to the next league place.
Yeah, that's true.
And then obviously mentioned Newcastle earlier. They were unlucky against Man City, 1-0 to Man City.
I did see that they didn't really have a shot till like the 70th minute, shot on
Yeah,
target. So it's a bit disappointing with Newcastle. It kind of seems like not disappointing, but it's a bit. I guess that's their next step, isn't it? Proving it against one of the bigger teams.
yeah.
Get
There
the
was, especially that last 10 minutes, I think they had a chance where Rodri lost the ball in midfield and Callum Wilson, I believe, got the ball. It was a 3-on-1 and he just miscontrolled the ball and it got moved back and they just had a shot edge of the box. I think it was Harvey Barnes. But that's the situations where you need that quality to, play the pass to the right hand side, left hand side, 3-on-1, get a shot on goal. I just think it's just might mean lacking that world class up there, especially with Callum Wilson. I mean, he does well in the Premier League, but chances like that's where the difference between the top teams and
Yeah, it's that split second under pressure decision making, isn't it? That's the difference.
yeah,
City have been there in these tough games, like countless amounts, like since 2008, really, haven't they? Like they've been,
since he got the money.
yeah, since they got the money, they've been in these games before. They know what to do. They know how to get a result when they're not playing well in tough games. But Newcastle just haven't really got that experience yet. But we'll see how it goes. It's only one game against City. We'll see how it goes for them.
Yeah, yeah. And then obviously on Sunday, Aston Villa 4, Everton 0.
Oh, that is being a Liverpool fan. I love to see it.
No. I mean, Villa obviously lost last week heavily to Newcastle, but reports were that they played actually quite well. Obviously, they're showing that the drumming by Newcastle doesn't dishearten them, and yeah, they were all over Everton. Everton look like they're struggling. They need some players in, or I don't know. I feel bad for a bit for Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
He's only got Ashley Young in on a free, so yeah.
Yeah, it kind of just seems Everton was spending a lot of money before, like that money sort of dried up. I guess the owner might.
Kind of the stadium, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So it's going to be, if Everton don't sign I guess some players, maybe a striker in case Calvert-Lewin is injured, like a goal scorer is what they need really, don't they? And I feel defensively they will get better because you've seen how Sean Dyche played, like his play style with Burnley, but it's up front really. They didn't score at home. They failed to score at home. Failed to score in this game. I know it's only 2 games, but
Yeah, they had Calvert-Lewin come back and got injured
yeah, he got injured. So
with a fractured. I don't know if it's fractured, but a cheekbone injury,
yeah, it looked pretty
facial
bad to be
injury.
honest.
Yeah, had a lump on it and
Yeah,
had to come off. Unfortunately, hope he comes back because he's had a tough time with injuries.
yeah. Hopefully nothing too serious. So Unai Emery though, I think Villa made an absolutely great decision to sign him as their manager.
Yeah, and got rid of Stevie G.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't really pay much attention to how Villa's form was, but I mean, you can't really deny how much of a world-class manager Emery is.
Yeah, and while we're recording this yesterday, they played in the playoff game for I think it was Europa League.
Yeah.
And it seems that they're going through. Ollie Watkins with a hat trick. So
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, that's Emery's special, like a specialist, isn't he? Specialist Europa League winner, like Europa Cup winner,
yeah,
specialist European Cup winner. So you never know. Villa might get the trophy this season.
yeah, 5-0. They beat Hibernian.
5-0. Wow.
Watkins at a hat trick, Bailey and Douglas Luiz penalty. So it seems like they're going through. Got the second leg next week. So
I think they'll do what West Ham did. I think they'll go all the way and win it.
I hope so. I do like to see Villa back up there because they used to be when I was a youngster, obviously Martin O'Neill was there. He
Yeah.
done well.
Yeah, he did. As
So
when was it Milner, Ashley Young, Gareth Barry,
Gareth Barry in there.
yeah. Yeah, they did, yeah. Back to
Agbonlahor.
yeah, Bonglaw. Nah, I feel like compared to that team, they're actually, to be fair, they're pretty close. I was gonna say this team looks better, but no, they're pretty close.
Yeah, Watkins, great player. I'm
Oh,
surprised United didn't look at him. I know, obviously, I don't know. I just, he scores goals in the Prem, played in it. I would have probably had a look, see how much they wanted for him.
yeah, I mean, he might as well. Like you said, proven Premier League scorer. He works hard off the ball as well, which I know Ten Hag likes players that do that.
Yep.
Just
I mean, Fergie bought Dwight York from Villa, and that turned out to be a pretty decent signing. So,
yeah,
yeah.